Alright. I think I am live here. Oh. Okay, there we go. Alright, how is everybody this afternoon? Hope everybody is doing well. Thank you for tuning in again to my series, Death is Coming. Again, I'm Brittany Hernandez, the trustee assistant. I'm just posting a link to my website, which has all of the links to what we're going to be talking about today. Okay. There we go. Alright, so if you joined me last Wednesday, we talked about organ donation. Today I wanted to talk about cremation and versus burial. Again, I want to say I'm not an attorney. Everything I'm going to be talking about, I Googled. I learned from Google. I went to several websites, Cremation Society of America, Cremation Society of Tennessee, the VA's website, and I got a lot of information from NOLO, which is also linked in my website, where they have free forms to help you plan for these, to help you plan out what you want your wishes to be. So first, I just want to jump into talking about cremations. Cremations are becoming increasingly more popular, with close to 40% of the population choosing to go the cremation route. The pros of cremation is that the cost is low. It can cost anywhere between $800 to $1,800 to get cremated. The choices for what you can do with your remains are vast with cremation. So, of course, everybody knows you can spread your ashes. There are rules and regulations when it comes to spreading your ashes. You can't just go out into, say, a park, a national park, and spread your ashes. If you wanted to go to the Smokies, you need to go to their website, which is also linked on my website down there. It's nps.gov, I think it is. It's the Great Smoky Mountains. You Google that, ashes spreading. It'll pop up. You just have to have a little letter to go out and say, hey, I'm here spreading the ashes, and it has all the rules on it. If you want to do the ocean, I went to the Cremation Society's website of America, and they have rules on there about if you wanted to throw your ashes into the ocean. You can also create jewelry with ashes. I've seen the necklaces. You can create paperweights. You can make, people have used it for ink in their tattoos. And interestingly enough, some people have put themselves in fireworks. And your ashes can also be buried traditionally in the wall. They can be buried in a mausoleum, above ground or below ground. Make sure if you do choose cremation, there are so many different types of urns. You can go and look that up. Figuring out urn costs ranges from, of course, super cheap $35 urn to, I'm sure, $1,000 urn. Okay, the next subject I want to talk about is burial, if you choose to be buried. A lot more expensive than being cremated. You're looking at $4,500 plus for your burial. That's casket and everything. Plus you're going to have a plot, a place where they put you in the ground. Or you could also be in a mausoleum, or you could be in the wall, You're also going to have to get a headstone or a marker of some sort. No matter if you choose cremation or burial, you can still have funeral services. I think sometimes people get confused with cremation. You can always have a burial. You can have your funeral services and then get cremated afterwards. So your family still gets to say goodbye to you in that type of way. No matter which one you choose, if you choose cremation or burial, if you do have the services, you're going to have to decide what you want to be buried in, your clothes, any kind of jewelry, things like that. And a little fun fact, if you do get cremated, if you do have any kind of dental work in, you could get that pulled and your family could get money from that. If you are a veteran, you can get all these services for free. I highly encourage you to check your eligibility at the va.gov to find out about that. Also, I'll put a link on my webpage for NOLO. They have a ton of free forms on there which walks you through what you should be considering. I'll show you a little glimpse of the form here. So I don't know if you kind of can see, but this first page just talks about your burial plans if you want to be buried. I filled this out as a person who did it. But this second page, it just talks about cremation. So if you wanted to be cremated, it just tells you, it just walks you through basically planning everything. Picking out your urn here, who you want to have your ashes. Just so many things that you need to consider. So I highly recommend you go check out this form, burial and cremation form, excuse me. The best thing about this is everybody will know your wishes. That's the key here, the big thing that I'm trying to get people to understand. It's important to plan these things out now, be thinking of them now, so that when this time comes, everybody knows, oh, you know, so-and-so wanted to be cremated. He already had his funeral service planned out. Everything's ready. We just have to line it up the way he set it up. So it's a little bit less stressful. Again, if you go to my website, www.thetrustynotary.com/death is coming. All the links to everything I talked about is on there. Next week, on Wednesday at noon, I'm going to be talking about writing your obituary, which is, I think, an interesting topic, and it'll be fun. All right, everybody have a good afternoon. Thank you for listening.